Hi, this is Senorita Finstead again. Hello. So, this book is called, I think you pronounce it, Xochitl and the Flowers. And it's also a bilingual book, so you can follow along in Spanish if you like. This is a fiction book. Oh, and it is written by Jorge Argueta. Illustrations are by Carl Angel. Okay. Here in the neighborhood, far from El Salvador, everyone knows us as the Flower Family because our last name is Flores. They call my mama, they call my mama Doña Cervela Flores. That's Mrs. Flowers. My papi, Don Abulillo Flores, Mr. Flowers. And me, Xochitl, the flower girl. When we lived in El Salvador, my grandfather Ruben cheerfully told me that Xochitl means flower in the Nahuatl language. A long, long time ago, he told me, long before the Spaniards ever dreamed of coming to our land, our ancestors, Nahuatl Indians, just like you, lived here. We named you Xochitl in their honor. Okay, and then that's in Spanish. Let me hold this. Okay. In the teeny San Francisco apartment where we live now with our Uncle Benjamin and Aunt Candelaria, I miss El Salvador. I miss the weekends when I sat in our garden and me mommy and papi arranging bouquets of flowers. Over there, our flowers made everybody happy. When Fidel married Rosa, we decked out their house like a garden. When Grillito, the shoemaker's dog, died, we made him a big, beautiful bouquet. And for Lala Osario's 15th birthday, her family asked us to make 15 nosegays for her 15 friends. And here is that same part in Spanish. Here, days go by as slow as turtles. At night, I hear my mommy tell my papi about the flower shop she'd like to have in this country. My mommy works every day cleaning houses with Aunt Candelaria. On weekends, they take me along. Me papi paints houses or works anywhere he can, and I draw flowers or write letters to grandparents, neighbors, and friends in El Salvador. In school, I can already say a few sentences in English. I practice them when I'm alone. I probably seem like a crazy when I ask myself, "How are you? My name is Xochitl. Do you like flowers?" Here we have it in Spanish. One afternoon, my mommy brings home a pail full of lovely white roses and red roses, sunflowers, and freckle-faced stargazer lilies. "Xochitl, I'm going to sell flowers," she says, "and I'm so happy when I see the blossoms that I bounce." "Can I help you?" I ask. "Of course, Xochitl," she smiles. Later that day, me mommy and I sell flowers on the streets. She fills a small bucket with water and sprays of roses. It's light enough for me to carry. I feel like a butterfly. With the flowers and my mommy by my side, I have everything I need. In the flowers, I see my abuelitos, my neighbors, and everything we left behind in El Salvador. And here we have the Spanish. We go in and out of restaurants and stores asking, "Do you want flowers? We have roses, lilies, and sunflowers. Which would you like?" Every day we meet more and more neighbors and they get to know us. In the coffee shop on the corner, we make friends with Mr. Awad, the Arab American man with the small eyes and big smile. When Prudencio, the mariachi guitarist, sees us anywhere at all, he stops to talk, and Doña Ivania, the owner of El Trebo, the restaurant with the glass door, lets us sell flowers to her customers. I like selling flowers a lot, but when we get home late at night, me mommy and I have to soak our feet in the tub. That's how tired we are. Here it is in Spanish. On Saturday morning, while the three of us arrange flower bouquets, my papi tells us, "I've got a big surprise for you." "Tell me what it is," I beg. "What is the huge surprise?" me mommy asks. Me papi opens his eyes wide and announces, "I've found an apartment to rent that has a yard in the back. The yard is filled with garbage right now, but if the three of us work hard, we can turn it into a nursery and sell flowers and plants." "Flowers and plants," me mommy and I repeat, both of us at the same time. Afterwards, we're silent. There's so much going through our heads, we don't know what to say. And here is that in Spanish. No sooner said than done. The next Saturday, mi papi borrows Uncle Benjamin's blue truck, and the moving and cleaning begin. "What a garbage heap," mi mommy says. We make 3 trips to the dump. We throw out tires, pieces of iron, cardboard, glass, sand, part of a bed, and even a refrigerator door. Don Prudencio, who has come to help us out, selects the bed pieces of wood. Mr. Wad paints them and makes tables. Okay, in Spanish. With big and little stones that a neighbor gives us, we make paths. We bring in soil and arrange little clay frogs. And Doña Ivania gives my mommy 2 parakeets as a present, and right away the yard begins to fill with music. Mi mommy is delighted. "It's like magic, this forsaken place coming to life," she says happily. "Now it's clean and pretty, and ready for flowers and plants to come live here." And here it is in Spanish. Early Sunday morning, we buy yellow, white, and red roses. We buy bougainvilleas with blossoms as blue-red as El Salvador evenings, calla lilies with like white trumpets, sunflowers, small green chili plants, and dwarf lemon trees on which ants circle the world in just a few minutes. We buy aloe, magic green stars, and oh, so sweet peppermint. And Poppy paints a sign on a white sheet. It says, "Grand opening day sale, prices you can't refuse. Come and get 'em. Xochitl flowers and plants." Here it is in Spanish. Finally, everything is ready. Don Prudencio has brought his musician friends. They sing country songs, Mommy's favorites. Balloons of different colors sway in the breeze among the flowers and plants. A plump and pretty neighbor makes a huge pot of sweet horchata drink for the customers who are about to arrive. Neighbors come in, new friends. Everything is going wonderfully when suddenly, in the midst of all the celebration, a man appears, tall and bearded, his skin the color of ashes. Here in Spanish. He has a piece of paper in his hand, and he shouts in an angry voice, "What do you think you're doing here? What? What? This is a residential neighborhood, not a place for entertaining strangers." He shows us what he's carrying. It's a letter. "First thing tomorrow morning I am letting the authorities know what you're up to." He's Don Roberto, the owner of our little lot, and he doesn't want us to set up our business. "We are honest working people," my papi answers him, but Don Roberto is too angry to listen, and he leaves just like that. We all have tears in our eyes. Here it is in Spanish. "This isn't fair," Don Prudencio says. "We won't allow this," my Aunt Candelaria adds. "We'll fight it," Mr. Awad shouts in the little bit of Spanish he knows. The neighbors make a circle, putting their heads together as they whisper. Suddenly, the one man says, "Doña Candelaria should do the talking." "Yes, yes," the neighbors shout, and Doña Ivania adds, "And I'm going home to get something very special." And me mommy, me papi, and I are so sad that we don't even notice that they all leave together. In Spanish. Hours later, while my papi, me mommy, and I are slowly cleaning what's left of our lovely nursery, we hear voices coming closer. It's the neighbors, and with them is Don Roberto, the landlord, who has a parakeet on his shoulder. It's nibbling on his ear. "We went to Don Roberto's house," my Uncle Benjamin says. "We pleaded with him as good neighbors. We explained that a nursery was better than a garbage heap, and I gave him a gift, a parakeet, to soften his heart," Doña Ivana added. The yard starts to fill with music once more. In Spanish. "I told them you could stay here," Don Roberto says, "just as long as you let me and my parakeet come to see the flowers. In my country I had a bird just like this one, but it flew away." A smile blooms on his lips, like a flower. And in Spanish. From her big apron, my mom takes out a little red cloth bag. "Here's a little bit of earth I brought from El Salvador," she tells me as she spreads it between the flowers and plants. "Now no one can say we don't belong here." And my mommy and I, we smile as we watch the snails go by, carrying their little homes on their backs. And in Spanish. All right, that is the end of the book. I can't get to the last page, but there we go. Okay, here's a little more information on the author and illustrator if you want to look at that. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.